Well, down here on the farm, going through and figuring out who needs how much feed on them. So I'm taking a look at their supers and seeing where they're at, pulling out empty frames and consolidating, and then stacking them on a strong colony. So then it's going to concentrate my honey when I come to do my honey pull. It's in just a couple locations. They can keep it safe. I don't want to be feeding this colony if I've got the honey supers on them. The colonies I'm putting them on don't need fed. They have plenty of honey on their own that they're going to keep. So I'm doing that. One thing this time of year, the bees get more aggressive, and with reason, but new beekeepers have issue with it. Everything was gentle and sweet, and you know, all the bees acted like kittens during the flow. And then we get into the dearth, and we've got a lot of bees in the box that have nothing to do. There's nothing for them to go get, so they stay home. Well, those are your older, mature, more aggressive bees, and robbing has started. So anytime you open that box up, they're going to be defensive. So there's a couple things that you can do to make it easier to work bees, because a lot of my newer beekeepers that I talk to, they're like, oh, they're just so mean, I can't even get in them, I can't work them, I can't do anything, I can't do an inspection, I don't know what's going on. So there's a couple things you can do to make it easier. If you know you've got an aggressive hive that's been aggressive, it's going to be more aggressive this time of year. Do it last, so that they're not, you know, coming after you. But one of the secrets is doing them in the morning. So there are still some flowers out there that produce a little bit of nectar in the mornings, and then they shut down. This is the hot part of the season. They can't be, you know, putting fluids out there in the heat and losing them. So buckwheat is a big notorious one for that. It puts out nectar until noon and then it stops. So working them in the morning is going to be better. There's field bees are out looking for stuff, and then as it gets hotter and into the you know, noon, 1 o'clock, you know, mine gets so aggressive I can't work them. And there's so much robbing going on. If I pop a lid, I got other bees getting in there, and they're fighting with each other, and they're fighting with me, and so anyway, the couple of secrets to working them when they're hotter are work them in the morning, smoke them. I don't care what your opinion is about smoke and using smoke, and you want to use as little as possible. Great, I get that. I don't use much in the spring either. But this time of year, this box is full of bees, and it's got bees in it that are more aggressive, and they need to get the smoke. If they don't get the memo because they're in the middle of the box, then they're going to come flying out as soon as you open it and be mean. So smoke them good in the entrance, any hole you've got. Then I'm gonna have to set you down while I crack this lid. Then when you pop the lid, smoke them. Open it a little bit, get a bunch of smoke in there, and close it. Give them time to move that smoke around. It doesn't take long, you know, 20, 30, 45 seconds, and it will help a lot, because now those bees that are in here that are aggressive are going to get some of it, and it's going to slow some of them down. All right, the other trick is don't bang anything. Even popping that cold propolis snaps the colony and makes them alert. But if you're used to picking your lid off and banging it on the box to knock the bees off of it, don't do that. Don't drop a frame. Don't bang the box. And if you do those things, you'll be able to work the bees a lot better. So it's just a big difference. You know, and there's people talking about them being, you know, aggressive. And they're more aggressive than you were used to. But there are people that work Africanized honeybees. That's the only thing they can work. That's everything they've got has African strains in it. And they'll tell you, you can work them, you just can't piss them off. And one of their big ones is don't bang things. Don't bang things. So this box looks really good for honey. It got quite a bit in it. Might be an empty frame right there. Yeah, they're putting just a little bit in it. Need to do some repairs. One of the things I want to see, so I don't have queen excluders on here, is I want to see if I've got brood in this super. And this doesn't look like there's going to be any brood in it. Typically your brood's going to be towards the center. It'll be the last place she's putting brood in it. Not always, but typically. And we don't have any brood. I can't see any brood on any of the others. They're capped and full. So they've backfilled that after she was in it, and down they went. Now I'm wanting to see, what do we have in the upper super? Some of these girls have requeened fairly recently, and there's a little bit of laying going on in the super. Those are ones I want to feed and get them to backfill that brood nest and fill the upper deep with syrup, honey, food. Oh, propolis is crazy. And by looking at some of these in the middle, it'll let me know how much they still need to fill in this upper deep, because I would like their upper deep to be full of capped honey. So here right in the center I've got brood, and I've got eggs. So she's actively working this. I need them to start backfilling this and moving in. There's one of my crappy frames right in the damn middle of the box that they didn't fix. So I want to see how far the brood nest goes. I've got brood, mostly drone stuff on that one, it looks like. This one too got brood on it. This has got brood on it, they're just capping. And this one's got some brood on it. And that's the end of the brood nest. But I've got 4 or 5 frames up here in the top that they need to get some food into. So this one needs fed. So I need to get that super off, and then I have better access to my feeder. If I leave the super on, then I got a chance of getting syrup in it, and I got to move it to get to my feeder. So this one will get marked to feed every other time. It doesn't need, you know, full-on feed like some of them will, some of the younger colonies. But this one's going to need feed about every other time. Then I'll be, you know, coming back and checking it again in a couple of weeks and see, you know, where they're at, how they filled it in, and where they at. But remember, I put sugar boxes on them too, so just the more they have in there, the easier they can keep it heated. I don't want a lot of empty space in there in the wintertime.